Welcome to Programming Knowledge. So I again welcome you all to Programming Knowledge. So hey guys, this is the link of our new repository. So as I told you, we are going to work in this repository because basically we are going to create projects in this repository. So you can check out the new link of the repository. So as soon as we make the project, I'll comment the changes on the repository. So let's get started. So like in the previous lecture, what we did. I will run my server python manage.py run server. So basically I'll move to localhost colon 8000. Yeah, good. So I was now what I'm trying to show that our project can has multiple apps. So this is the uh, root app of our project. So I'll clarify this. Like as soon as I move to calculator app, it says the calculator app is running. So like in the end of the last video, I was having error at this point. Like when I used to do localhost colon 8000, it used to throw me an error that it could not find the path. Okay, something like 404 error page. So like now how did I solve this? I like a localhost colon 8000 shows me the server has started, and calculator app shows the calculator app is running. At this route we are going to make an app. So what I did, so I'll move to my urls.py file of the Django projects. Good. So like in this you can see what I did. I created like this is my calculator app. Okay, good. Now I created a new app with the name root app, and I linked the default path to the root app.urls, and I'll open the root app.url. So it says path like views.root, name is equal to root, and I'll move and it returned an HTTP response. The server has started. So this corresponds to a root app. So I made a root app to make sure that it doesn't throw me an error on the main route. Okay, so basically why I did this, because we are going to create multiple apps on this single project. So when I move to my app calculator app, so it says calculator app is running, so absolutely fine. Okay, now one thing we are going to do, so what we can do, I'll close to the right. Yeah, good. Okay, I'll close this as well and close this as well. Okay, now I'm inside my settings.py file. So I did os.part.join base directory and templates. Basically we are going to refer to the calculator app template. So I'll give a slash calculator app. Okay, so this is fine. Now calculator app is the folder which I'm going to define in templates. Okay, so yeah, here you can see what what I was talking about, that I created a root app and then a calculator app. So this is absolutely fine now. Okay, now I'll move inside my templates and create a new folder with the name calculator app. Yeah, good. And I'll create, okay, so I moved inside my calculator app templates. Now I'll move to that folder templates. What I'm going to do, I'll move to the templates folder. Okay, templates, yeah, here it is. Yeah, templates. Okay, and now I'll move inside the templates. Okay, good. And I'll create new file and type index.html. okay, is this fine? Yeah. Okay, so I'm inside my templates calculator app index.html. Yeah, good. So what I can do now is what I'll do, I'll go to the Bootstrap website. Okay, I'll go to the documentation, getting started. So I'll copy the base template here. I'll quickly copy this, paste it in my index.html. I'll save this file as well. Okay, now the server has restarted. So I'll go to my page and okay, but I forgot to do one thing. What I need to do, I'll move to views.py file of the calculator app, and instead of this I'll return a page. Return render request and then index.html. Okay, so I'll refresh this page. Okay, is there any error? Okay. I'll refresh this page. Yeah, it says hello world. So basically it's all working fine. Now what we have to do, like we have to create a footer, like navbar. We have to do a responsive design as well. So we'll quickly now do the work. So what we can do, let's quickly search out for navbar. Okay, yeah, here's the navbar. Okay, I can copy this. I'll move to my index.html. I'll remove the heading. Okay, first I'll give a title as Django calculator later app. So this is going to be a single page application. So okay, so this is going to be a single page application. I can copy this, so we don't need a form. I'll cut this. Even I don't this. Okay, okay. So basically I don't need the nav down also, so I can cut this. Okay, this okay, first I'll type Django calculator app. Good. And basically when I don't need this also. Not even okay. Django calculator app. Okay, I can save this, then refresh my page to see what's happening. Yeah, now it's absolutely fine. Instead of this, I'll give an about. Okay, and I'll give this an about. Now I'll check on pressing Control Shift I. Yes, this is absolutely working fine. Okay, so yeah, we'll try to improve we'll try to improve on this as well. So basically for footer, what we can do, uh, okay, so okay, I went to cards. Okay, we'll do one thing. Okay, what we can do, div class is equal to card body. Yeah, good. So we are inside. Okay, now we'll move to that as well. So we are inside our body. Div class is equal to card. Okay, so before this I need to define a container as well. Div class is equal to container fluid. Good. And div class is equal to row. Div class is equal to call md6. And then a div class is equal to, yeah, card, then a card body would do. Yes, card body as well. Okay, and I'll go to the page. Yes, it's absolutely working fine. And I'll give a style is equal to margin 0 auto. Okay, so this is absolutely fine. I'll give a style is equal to margin 0 and auto. I'll give a style is equal to margin 0 auto. So the style is would be in the middle. And here you can see I'll define a form inside it. uh, and in this I'll quickly define the forms. Okay, div class is equal to form group. So basically we have to define a div class is equal to form group. Good. Now we have to define inside that and label. Okay, so a class of form control has to be defined here. So input, basically I'm going to type input type is equal to search, because and class is equal to okay, sorry for this. class is equal to form control, name is equal to, I'll define this as query, id is equal to query as well. Okay, and I hope this is and I have to define a method here. Method is equal to get action is equal to, I'll define the action as well. Okay, so until the time you can keep a hash here. Okay, I have refreshed the page, and yeah, so even I have to define a margin top as well. So this is 1 rem, then auto, then bottom is 0. So this is the full hand notation. Top, this go then top left is bottom, then again right. Yeah, now this is fine. Okay, so and I have to define two input. So basically in this I'm going to define button group. Button group. So basically the button group would work in this way, or we can do what we can do. I'm inside my form card body. So what I can do input type is equal to submit class is equal to form button primary. Okay, and I have to define as new input also, because if the user input type is equal to reset, okay, class is equal to button primary. What we can do, refresh the page. Okay, yeah, this is absolutely working fine. We'll try to give different colors to the button. Okay, and now we'll add the footer. Okay, the footer would be in the same way. We are going to do this. Div class is equal to container fluid, div class is equal to row, div class is equal to row, then I'll do div class is equal to call md12. Okay, and I'll give this as, I'll define this as, okay, let me do one thing. I'll define this as footer class is equal to fixed bottom, because I want this to be remain at the bottom of the screen. Okay, and I'll define as a p, okay, footer. Yes, okay, here you can see the footer is being displayed, but what I can do, background light, will this work? Okay, let me check one thing. Nav is equal to background light. Yes, Navbar light. I'm trying to give the same color to the footer as Navbar. Okay, I'll check this out, but like we have made a raw structure to our application. So like in the next tutorial we are going to enhance this, and I'll even check this how I'll try to give, like we have made a raw structure to our header, then the block and the footer as well. So like in this in the next we are going to give some different color to this button, and we'll give a background color as well. So I'll catch up in the next lecture. Thank you guys, thank you so much.